You're all brainwashed idiots who are following a man who started a movement. Yo, I'm Scotty Mills in New York, anime prick, and today I got some shit to say, okay, about music videos, and maybe even just one person or even team in particular. My question today is, okay, does Nova Rockafeller even matter? Is she just pointless, countless garbage, and is that why she doesn't get enough props? Or maybe she does, okay, maybe she does get enough props. I have no idea, but that's what we're talking about today. Before you get all pissed off and offended, okay, take you and your three friends off the bar stool, flip it over, and sit on it like a goddamn man. But first, if you like this, like it. If you don't like it. Comment if you love it, comment if you hate it, share it even if you think I'm an ignorant, arrogant prick, and follow me, okay, because this is what I do. I just rant and see what happens. Now, first, let me say Tommy Down, okay? If you clicked on this because you saw his name or Nova's name, then you obviously know who they are. But you know, I don't want to talk about the Canadian motherfucker today. No, okay? He has way too many reaction videos out there on every fucking fan on his goddamn. But you know what? I'm not saying he doesn't deserve props, okay? He's raw, he's unfiltered, he's relatable and talented, okay? All I'm saying is, where's the video giving props to his videos, okay? Not the songs, the videos. Now, that's where I come in, kids, all right? Look, first, I saw him, I listened to, Politically Incorrect, okay? I watched the video, I heard the song. The song was good, honestly, but the video was trash, okay? At the end, yeah, I saw some girl's name, okay, some chick, Nova. And you know what? I was like, oh, wow. You know, she was able to get a crew and some lights and a cop car and told this dude to go stand on it. It was so impressive. No, man, that shit was trash. Honestly, it was visually nice, though. I mean, they did a nice job at making it look good. But it's literally what I hate most about music videos. Now, I clicked on White Boy, okay, and I found out that this girl knows how to direct it. The video was complimentary like a mother to the song, okay? And that's what I look for in a video, man. Well, music videos, that is. If I can turn a song on mute, okay, and watch the video and get the full message, then you have done a great job. It was beautiful, okay? And the crew did a great job. Spearheaded by who? Nova. And Tom, obviously. But yeah, Nova, okay? But I'm talking about the ones behind the camera, okay? Whether it's 3 or 10 people, the ones grinding to make this shit happen. Nova is the real deal. If you ask me, okay, the symbolism of that song would not have been that effective if you didn't have that video. Like, that's one thing I've noticed about Tom MacDonald's songs and videos, that's what he does best. He makes videos, or his team makes videos, okay? Because it's not him, it's his team. His team makes videos that are so complimentary that it goes so beautifully with the song, and that's what I love, honestly, probably most about him as an artist. For the most part, though, you know, almost 99% of the time. You know, he's an artist, okay, and he's a great artist. Honestly, he wouldn't be that good, if you ask me, if it wasn't for the passion and visual representation that he has behind him, okay? And obviously, where does that come from? Nova Rockafeller. Not just her, okay? I mean, her whole team, okay? Yeah, it's a small team, but you know what? It works. It works. Okay, and you know what? Lately, his family's been getting in there, too. I guess his sister and her brother, or her husband, sorry, his brother-in-law. Okay, they've been helping out. They did the system, Riot together, okay? But I'm saying all this today because I've noticed that some people, yeah, you know what? They do comment on the talent behind the videos, but it's not a lot of people commenting, okay? Honestly, at least what I see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just missing shit. You know, I don't go through every comment. Obviously, I have somewhat of a life, all right? But why don't we give them recognition, you know, for creating these videos? Honestly, I just don't think it's enough recognition for this shit. I feel like there's a lack of props and recognition on the fans' part. Why? Normally, I'd say it's because you're all brainwashed idiots who are following a man who started a movement or some shit like that. But in reality, I feel like this because, yes, I know the videos, they do get some comments on the props, you know, the videography is great. They get props on that shit, but when a video is done correctly, okay, the viewers are too immersed in a collective product. It complements the song. That's the whole point today, okay? Shouting out to the talent behind the scenes. And I know Tom makes his post, you know, thanking his crew and his family, but I feel like the people don't come together and give props as much until he does that, and it's honestly pathetic. And if you ask me, you know, he wouldn't be that good if it wasn't for the lighting crew, the cinematographer, the editor, though I think Nova may actually be the editor too, but I don't know. But altogether, the ones behind the scene that we don't get to see. I know that Nova does music too. Honestly, I'm not that big into her shit. You know, she has a few good ones. Wishing Well, I Know You Did Your Best was really good, especially the video. I thought that was really like emotional. 1990s, it's just catchy as but she has way more talent behind the camera, producing and directing, if you ask me. And if she were to see this and get upset, I really don't give a I mean, I'm giving mad props right now. Like, you got talent, my dude. Also, just her as a person, it takes a really strong woman to push a man to be his best, and yes, I would know. And it also takes a strong dude to do the same. Like, these literally like the dynamic duo, okay? Batman and Robin of the independent music industry. And I would hope that Tom could admit that too. Like, he needs her, and she needs him. Not for professional shit, but in life, man. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Now, I don't do reaction videos, okay? But, you know, it'd be cool to break down a couple of things shot by shot and analyze it too. But, you know what? Honestly, I don't have patience or the attention span. But I will, however, point out a couple of things that I generally do like. Okay, you know what? We got I Wish. We got Snowflake. We got Straight White Male. You know, you got these big videos, right? Big videos. They obviously put a decent budget into that shit. But I mean, personally, I Wish, I can't listen to the song without thinking of the visuals. It's my favorite song and video, man, because the people that were grinding behind that shit to make it, it was amazing. Now, I did notice on Nova's blog, you know, she actually has this, like, color palette and, you know, some pre-production work and shit, you know, materials. And that's the kind of stuff that I like to see. I mean, like, it's really cool to see what a headspace of the person creating this is. I mean, honestly, I suck at doing a lot of video stuff. Honestly, I'm terrible, okay? I'm a writer. That's what I do best. But I can admire, and you know what? People who are really talented and grind and you watch their effort, man, it's like one of the most beautiful things that I can ever imagine seeing. And you know what? I saw that on that blog post, man. I really did. You know, she has a few posts. I think you should check it out. I mean, if you like videos, okay, even if you don't like their videos, if you just like videos in general, I would really recommend looking at that shit. And that post I'm talking about, okay, was about making music videos that don't suck. I really wish artists would do that shit. But you know what? You got the big ones, right? Like I said, you know, you got Snowflake. You know, they put money into that. Honestly, it was visually appealing. I mean, everything in that video was awesome. It was complimentary. They even had that transgender chick. I know that pissed off some liberals, and honestly, I always find that fun. And then, you know, you got straight white male. I mean, you know, the courtroom. Obviously, yeah, they put money into that too. Think about the sets. But the thing that I love about them most, okay, is that they did learn. Well, actually, I guess they kind of showed everybody that you don't have to put a ton of money into location and shit like that to make something symbolic and really nice and visually appealing and complimentary to the song. That's what we're talking about today. Complimentary to the song. Look at the system. I mean, they shot that in their house, man. Their whole home. And you know what? Yeah, they got a crew of what, like 4 people, but it's a very small crew in one tiny tight location, you know, and that's impressive. And I could go on and on about that video itself, but I want to say a couple of things because honestly, I don't know how long the ran for. I think whoever edits this shit, like I said, I don't know if it's Nova, but whoever it is, they deserve mad props too. But I really do love how they mix these raw shots and these dramatic shots, because when you're watching the system, okay, and Tom's in the room talking to the baby, right? Because he is the system talking to the baby, who's essentially you, the viewer. The color, man, yellow. Man, it's such a beautiful, warming color. I mean, they made that room wrap that baby up, okay? They basically make you feel warm and fuzzy and held tight and just loved, okay? But they're really attacking you at the same time. I mean, honestly, the lighting guys they have, I really love them, honestly. But then again, who's the one who creates the plans and wants the visual? Honestly, making this shit happen, I'm assuming you know the answer. Yeah, you know what, Tom? He's got a lot of say too. Obviously, it's his stuff. But you know what? There's more than just him, okay? And that's what I really want to point out. Obviously, I know fans know that, but I just, like I said, I don't think there's enough props. But you know those dramatic shots, man, with the red and blue, angry American colors, man? It was beautiful, man. It really showed what this was. Like I said, man, they do this in their home, okay? Like many of their videos. I just got to point that out. Like, I love the camera movement too. Like, honestly, she's a whiz behind the camera. It doesn't seem that hard, right? You would think that it's not difficult, but I mean, I suck at it. So obviously, when somebody does it right, I can't get my eyes off the screen. I also don't know if she's always the one behind the camera, but she is the director in most of these cases. The camera movement, okay, man, it really shows how effective her shots are between the handheld, which I personally like handheld way better than anything, but she's really good at capturing the moment, okay, and the feelings of these songs. But like I said, it has to complement the song, okay, and visually it does. And Dear Slim, bro, like another thing they shot in their house, okay? The whole crew that put that shit together, whoever the it was, they did a amazing job. I mean, they really paid homage to Stan. And honestly, utilizing their home is such a genius move budget-wise. I mean, I don't know how much money they actually put into this. Obviously, they put money into props and things like that. But you know, you think about location, okay, and budget, it's a lot of money. I mean, yeah, you know, he's got some of his videos where you know, he shoots in warehouses and things like that. You know, just a few shots. It could be cheap, okay? Or cheaper, I should say. Instead of like renting out an entire location for a whole video, you just rent out 1 or 2. And they only rent out a little bit here and there. I mean, honestly, look at it, man. It's like all in their house. You know, you rent out a few places, man, and they tie it together in post. And honestly, that's how it should be done. But the fact of the matter is they let us into their home, honestly, is one of the biggest things I love about them, and how they utilize their own location. I mean, look at heart emojis, okay, man? It like basically took place inside their entire kitchen. I mean, it was genius. I mean, everything just thrown around. Okay, you got simple props, clothing, pizza boxes, showing you that love is rough and love is tough. It's a mess. And then, you know what? You want to look at best rapper ever? Okay, that shit was just straight raw. I mean, that personal one, man, that shit was deep. Okay, and I honestly, man, I think the cinematography in that was probably one of my favorite ones, because it really showed, you know, with all that shaky footage, how raw and angry it was. Like, you are captured by this man's heart and his anger and his passion, his self-doubt, okay? Like, honestly, you're just watching that video, I feel it, man. Like, I feel like I'm him. He's inside of me. All right, that sounded a little bit gay. She knows how to utilize location, okay? Yeah, I'm sure it took a lot of practice, or patience, I should say, but they really did a great job at proving to everybody this whole point that you can make something beautiful and meaningful and symbolic with, honestly, the surroundings that you have. You know, politically incorrect, I thought it was garbage, but you know, that's just my opinion, okay? We're allowed to have opinions here because this is America, okay? This ain't Canada. If you're Canadian, man, suck it the up. I just like saying Canada because this is the best damn country. I actually don't hate many countries. I actually just hate people. But you know what? I could go on and on, okay? I really could. You know, talk about church, right? The way they shot that. So simple, man. I mean, the walk was like to find God, okay? The walk to the or not to go to the fucking liquor store, okay? Going to church trying to find yourself, right? And then guess what? Right back to the house, okay? They put crosses on the wall. They made a fake confession booth. It was genius. But honestly, man, it really does get to me, too, that him and his whole crew, and they have so much more patriotism towards America than most Americans do. And he talks about that, and it's just annoying, honestly. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's pushing. I'm glad Nova's here and making good shit. My point is, right? My point is, the fact that they are so pro-America and, like, Americans aren't, it just pisses me the off. But that's it, man. That's all I gotta say, okay? Hopefully I proved the point, or at least gave a shout out. Honestly, man, I just really wanted to point out the fact, okay, that the people behind these videos, okay, of Tom MacDonald, there's more than just him. I really think that they need to get recognition, the entire crew, because nobody seems to talk about them enough. And if you watch these videos of Tom MacDonald, you know, anything that HOG produces, give a shout out to all those people behind the scenes, because I know they don't even list everybody, you know, that's on the crew in their credits and shit. Honestly, I don't know why they don't do that, okay? I mean, there's so many working hands behind there, whether it's 3 to 5 people, it doesn't matter. They all made this shit happen. And guess why? For your entertainment and to prove a point and show messages that are honestly relatable, unfiltered as and beautiful. But that's it, man. Like I said, if you like this, like it. If you don't like it. But share it, man. I want people to see, so that way people understand where I'm coming from. And honestly, maybe, you know, if people understand where I'm coming from, people will start to open their head a little bit more and give props to people like who I'm talking about today. But yeah, that's all I got. So let's see what the I rant about next week.